Howdy, folks. I got asked by the folks at Contracommon to ask a few questions to the artist. Some of these are submitted by other artists, and some of them are off the top of my own very head. You'll be seeing these posted up around the Austin studio tour, so be a lookout for them on the Instagrams. Thanks. See y'all soon. Hey, Schuyler, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing today?
Oh, out here in the middle of nowhere, you know.
I was gonna say, it looks really relaxing where you are.
I love it. So the folks at Contracommon let me ask you a few questions. So you ready to get rolling?
Oh, I'm down. Let's do it.
Alrighty. I saw all these natural dye things you make. What's the weirdest thing you ever made dye out of?
That is a good question. I think some of the some of the most smelly stuff that I've dyed with has to be these like fermented solar dyed lilies and lilacs that I did. So it kind of comes out smelling like a really stank wine. Actually, one of the pieces that is up at Contracommon is dyed with that. The long piece Rewild is actually done with that. So it comes out like sort of like a faded yellow color. Other than that, one of the craziest dyes that I use is probably a St. John's, which is green leaves. But then when you dye with it, it comes out sort of like a electric yellow, which is really fun. Other than that, I really only use plant materials when you dye with it, just because you need to use a natural material in order to bond with the either cellulose or protein fiber. So other than that, I mean, it's just really smelly and interesting colors, I would say, the weirdest things that I deal with.
Nice, exciting. I love it. Here's another one. What's your favorite studio jam or music you listen to while you're working?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say the String Cheese Incident is something that I always put on. But you know, some of my guilty pleasures are probably gonna be like weird dubstep at late night, just to keep me going, or any kind of like electronic music. Other than that, you know, maybe some gangster rap to like really get me in the go mood. But really, you know, honestly, anything I'll throw on.
Nice, sounds great. You know, on occasion out here on the ranch, I'll listen to Benga when it's real late at night.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Whatever keeps you going, it works.
Alrighty. I've looked at some of your work before. What's your scariest story you have about trespass or research? What's your scariest story about research you have?
Let's see. I would say, I mean, my closest thing to getting in trouble was trying to take photos of this, it's sort of like an electric concrete factory type area in North Portland. And I sort of got followed by security and escaped before I actually had to deal with them. It's not that scary. I'd say some of my most like tough or hardy excursions would be doing some of my research with the wildfires and going through the Columbia River Gorge in Oregon. And going through a lot of brambles and like steep cliff sides in order to get the right photos that I need. I've sort of hung on to branches before that have almost broken and send me tumbling while trying to get the right angle on a photo or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at putting myself in danger, so there's a lot of random things along the way.
Wow, it all sounds pretty fun to me. All right, what's your
Lots of fun.
favorite artist?
My favorite artist, oh man, I would have to say current artist working right now, Terry Conrad is a really amazing printmaker. He does he'll like build his own, sort of, I guess they're mechanical ink dispensers that are very tall and like rustic looking, and then they'll slowly drip inks onto the paper. Definitely check him out, Terry Conrad. But historical favorite artist probably would have to be Clifford Still, the painter. We have one of his museums here in Denver, and I mean, to see some of his works in person, they're gigantic. He uses tons of paint. Really just doesn't care how much. I mean, like, he's had troubles with getting stuff into galleries because they won't accept it. But anyways, now he has his own museum. Passed away. Amazing artist. So check him out. Or, let's see, in printmaking, I would have to say it's Hiroshige, just a classic Japanese woodblock printer.
That sounds great. I'll have to look up all those people. Out here, I always look up a bunch of different stuff, but sometimes I'm a little slow on some of the printmakers.
Yeah, there's just so many printmakers out too right now. That's why it's really fun to go to some of those, like PrintAustin or something like that. You get like a nice exposure during those conferences, especially after the pandemic ends, when people can gather again. Yeah. It's nice to go to those kind of things because it's a really interesting community, and it's really nice to be a part of.
It'd be great to see everyone again. All right. So looking at your work, you seem to be good about escaping the madness of the world a little bit. What's your favorite hike you like to go on?
I'd say here in Boulder, there's Gregory Canyon. It sort of goes up through the center of the Flatirons. I used to do that a lot with my dog. Then there's also another loop over on 17th Street and King in Boulder, Colorado. And that's a Enchanted Mesa trail. And that's where I used I've ground a lot of pigments for my undergraduate thesis from that hike, actually. And then, yeah. So I guess that kind of covers that.
Sounds great. Makes me want to go on a hike now. Well, thanks.
Nice. You definitely should. You got a lot of space out there. So.
Yeah, I think that's actually what I'm going to go do right now. So thanks for answering my questions, and I will talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.